Jan Ropes from Vista, California. Stand by to see Jan play for a home entertainment center valued at $6,774. Today, on America's biggest bargain sale, we're offering a pair of Pontiac Fieros valued at $23,767 for $530. Cash and prizes worth over $100,000 for $750. Two of the incredible bargains on Sale of the Century. And now, here's the star of our show, Jim Perry.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Delighted to have you with us. Nice to have you with us for Sale of the Century. And let's welcome back a very good champion, Jan Ropes. Hi, Jan.
Hi, Jim.
You have survived a couple of tiebreakers to sit here.
Some real squeakers.
They have indeed. They've been very exciting. I'm sure you'd like to have them a little easier. Here's where you stand. You've put a lot of money into your bank account. You've got $240 in your bank account. So a win with just $20 more. That's all you need for that 45-inch color TV, the VCR, and the stereo. You're $100 away from a fabulous player piano worth, that's worth over $8,000. So you're getting into some big things. But incidentally, along the way, you've done very well with the Fame game and the instant bargains, a microwave, a stereo. You've got a trip to Lake Tahoe, over $1,000 in cash, $5,688 in cash and prizes.
Wonderful.
Without buying a major prize. That's nice. Well, good luck today, Jan.
Thank you.
Here to introduce the challenger, Summer Bartholomew. Yes, she's picked up a lot of good things along the way.
She sure
Good
did. I
player.
like to have some of the things she picked up.
Like the trip to Lake Tahoe,
Yes,
right?
for sure.
Who did you bring us?
And this man has an undying passion for music. From Los Angeles, California, here is Jim Kelly.
Hello there, Jim.
And this lady once wrote a weekly cooking column, not knowing how to cook. From Santa Cruz, California, give a big hand to Leanne Sterling.
Hi, Leanne. What is this you're making smile faces all over your cards?
Just practicing.
Just practicing. See you later with some bargains. Leanne, you wrote a weekly cooking column and you didn't know how to cook?
Well, that was the only job available on the paper, and I wanted to work there. So I learned how to cook one step ahead of the column.
Oh, I see. Oh, well, that's good. That's very enterprising. Are you good cook now?
I don't cook at all.
No. Still doing the column?
No, I went on to write other things for the paper. They let me off the hook.
Nice to have you here, Leanne. And Jim, you have an undying passion for music.
In my spare time, I help choreograph and direct a country western dance group. So grab your partner, and I just wrote my first song.
Well, congratulations. That's nice. And it sounds like good things. Good to have you here. Hope it's going to be a big hit for you, Jim. $20 starts all three players off. Player with the most money at the end of the show is our champion. Gets to do some great shopping. And we'll start with this. What crooner was Bob Hope's partner in the road picture? Jan.
Bing Crosby.
That's $5 for the correct answer. Bing Crosby it is. Jan goes to 25. In what kind of frontier structure was Abraham Lincoln born, Jan?
Log cabin.
Yes, indeed. 2 in a row for the champion. She's very quick with that buzzer. She goes to 30. In the 5th century, who led the Huns in their attack? Jan?
Attila.
On the Roman Empire, Attila the Hun it is. Jan to 35, yes. The process of learning from your mistakes is called trial and, Jim?
Error.
You got your first 5, and Jim goes to 25. Second place. Once used in battle, these light spears are now tossed in Olympic competition. Jim?
Javelin.
Javelin it is. Jim goes to 30, yes. But it is Jan in the lead by 5. Player in the lead can buy bargain merchandise when an instant bargain comes up. Now, I don't know if you're with us recently. We had a soup tureen, and I made fun of it, and I didn't really like it. And our producer and director said, no, we can sell it if we just give it pizzazz. So they promised that we brought it back by popular demand with pizzazz.
All your soups will make a big splash in this exquisite soup tureen. A unique and lovely Chinese work of art. Hand-painted porcelain in a double fish design. Compliments of Sale of the Century. And it's normally priced at $425. And today on Sale of the Century, it's yours for only $5.
Pizzazz! Jan! Now! And it's got a back too. And incidentally, Jan, I found out there is a small sect in Antarctica that worships fresh fish. It's possible this is a religious artifact. Think that'll help?
No.
No, $425 for this soup tureen.
There's not enough pizzazz to make me buy that.
There's not enough pizzazz.
No.
You know, that's a very intelligent woman. I wouldn't sell the darn thing to her. The heck with it. Hanging on at a $5 lead. They tried, though. The Radio City Rockettes next time. I'm telling you, we'll sell that yet. It is ugly. No, it's very nice. Name the actor who said, I could have been a contender in On the Waterfront. Jim.
Marlon Brando.
That's right, Marlon Brando it is, yes. And you tie Jan now at 35. Incidentally, early in his career, I don't know if you know, Brando tried out for Sale of the Century, and he didn't make it, and he was saying, I could have been a contestant. We've got a tie here with Jan and Jim at 35, Leanne at 20, and I'm going to punch our head writer for that line. Under the pen name Boz, who wrote The Pickwick? Jim?
Charles Dickens.
The Pickwick Papers, I was going to say, and Jim goes into the lead by 5. What nation has cities named Minsk and Pinsk? Leanne?
Poland.
No, it's a couple of dumb names, but Russia has them. Minsk and Pinsk, and you lose $5 for the incorrect answer then. Leanne down to 15, but you can make it up right now with the Fame Game, playing for a pick of the Fame Game board, a $5 and $10 money card up there on the board someplace. Famous animal. We are members of the rodent family, classified into 2 groups, Old World and New World. The Old World variety grows to about 3 feet long, lives in tunnels, and does not climb trees. The New World type climbs trees and strips off the bark for food. Jan?
The beaver?
Incorrect. Out of the rest of the question. You're not playing for dollars, but for a pick of the board, so you stay at 35. We'll clear the board, continue for Leanne and Jim. We are sometimes erroneously called hedgehogs. We have strong, stiff quills. Jim?
Porcupine.
Porcupine. Get those quills. It's got to be the porcupine. Jim, there are 9 numbers up there. You'll get what's behind the one that you pick.
The one in the middle, 5.
And behind number 5, we have cookware. Beautiful aquazine cookware. Porcelain enamel on steel with solid brass handles and knobs. Furnished by Toll Silver Company.
Very nice. That is yours to keep, no matter how you finish in the game. You know, the way you said that, you almost got 2 prizes. The one in the middle. We'll be right back. Looks like our champion is involved in another tight match. Jim at 40, Jan at 35, Leanne at 15. What's the name of the heavy black bread from Westphalia, Germany? Leanne.
Pumpernickel.
Oh, the cook. I knew you could cook, Leanne. Back to 20, yes.
Okay.
What's the nickname of jazz trumpeter John Gillespie? Jan?
Dizzy.
Dizzy Gillespie. You're right, and Jan ties Jim at 40. What is your doctor checking when he hits your knee with a hammer? Jim.
Your reflexes.
It's funny, the other day I had a carpenter come over and he hit me with a stethoscope. You're right, Jim, you got another 5, you got a 45. There are African ones and Indian ones. They are the world's, Jan?
Elephants?
World's second tallest and largest land animals. You're right, and again a tie. What a great time for a tie, because it's time for an instant bargain. Now we're getting serious. I mean, this is not a soup tureen ugly fish. This is terrific, and only one of you can have it. When you hear the low sale of the century price, hit your buzzer for either you, Jim, or you, Jan. This is yours.
Jim or Jan? Jan, you'll feel right at home on this range. Hardwick's Deluxe Century Series gas range. Full-featured with a continuous cleaning oven and a contemporary design. Furnished by the Hardwick Stove Company. It's normally priced at $699, and today on Sale of the Century, it's yours for only $10.
Just $10. Now.
I know, but you needed to go with your soup tureen.
She didn't buy the soup tureen. However, it may be it. No, don't say that. No. If it was in there, they wouldn't buy it. $699 for the home on the range for 10. 9.
She is a serious contestant. I don't know that I can afford the 10.
8. 7. $5 for the range. Going. No sale. Boy. Oh, the audience agrees they shouldn't have bought. Interesting. Name the only planet that does not share its name with a mythical god. Jan.
Earth.
Earth is right. Yes, and Jan goes into the lead. Our research staff checks everything out, and they put a note here on my card. Our research staff doesn't know why this is true, but it is. And goes back into the lead. Possibly the first known observatory built by man consists of huge, rough-cut stones, Jim.
Stonehenge.
On the Salisbury Plain in England, Stonehenge it is. And again, we've got a tie. Yes. Which of our state capitals is home to the largest Mormon temple? Jan?
Salt Lake City.
You got it, Jan. Back into the lead. Leanne's looking at him like, I'm hitting the buzzer. They're just beating you. Name the wealthy American industrialist who founded the Standard Oil Company. Jim?
Rockefeller.
Rockefeller it is. John D, to be exact. And again, a tie with Jim and Jan. In what kind of building would you be if you had just been incarcerated? Jan?
In jail.
Jail is exactly what it is. And Jan goes back into the lead. Yes. Recently, talking about jails, well, I don't want to mention the name of the town, but this is absolutely true. The town council passed a resolution, a three-part resolution, absolutely true. The first part said they were going to build a new jail. Number two, they were going to use parts from the old jail to build the new jail. And number three, they would continue using the old jail until the new jail was completed. Think about that. We'll be right back. Dan at 60, Jim at 55, Leanne at 20. Back to the fame game and the addition of a $15 money card up there someplace. A famous thing. I am a game played at home by at least two players. I was first copyrighted in 1935. Jan, taking a chance?
Monopoly.
You are right, yes. She took a chance and it paid off with a pick of the board.
Lucky number 9.
And behind number 9, we have hair care appliances. Endless quality personal care appliances for the whole family, designed for travel or home use. An assortment of hair helpers for your beauty needs, furnished by Anders.
That's a lot of hair supply. $350 worth.
Great.
They're yours to keep no matter how you finish in the game, but you didn't find the money cards. They stay up there. We'll add 25 a little later. All three of you now in this. America's largest labor union has more than... Leanne?
ACLU.
No. More than 2 million members. That's the Teamsters. That's the largest. And you lose 5 on that, Leanne. Back down to 15.
Did that again.
What's the legal term for a person named to perform and carry out the terms, Jim?
Executor.
Of a will, I was going to say. You're right. Executor it is. And again, a tie with Jim and Jan. A controversial 1983 film starring Meryl Streep tells of a tragic young woman, Jan?
Sophie's Choice.
No. Working in the nuclear power industry, that is Silkwood. And Jan loses $5. So, Jim, you have the lead with a great instant bargain.
Jim, here's a cool vacation idea. A trip to fabulous Palm Springs. We'll take you and 3 of your friends by limousine from Los Angeles to sunny Palm Springs for a week's vacation at the Palm Springs Estrella Inn in a luxury cottage. Swimming pools, jacuzzis, fireplaces, lush gardens. Only country club setting in the heart of Palm Springs, yet near the finest shops and restaurants. Estrella Inn. This great getaway is normally priced at $1,750 and $80 in today's sale of the century. It's yours for only $15.
Yeah. Now, did you hear what Summer said? That is a trip for 4 to Palm Springs. It's a $1,780 trip. You have a $5 lead. I haven't sold anything all day, and I love ties to boot, so I am going to drop the price. 4 people to Palm Springs for $5. Going once.
You know, if
Going
those girls would go with me, I might consider it.
And no sale. He did. Oh, I thought he would like that, and I was going to hide that soup tureen in his luggage, too. We'll be right back. Jim did not want the holiday. He wanted the $5 lead. He's got it over Jan and Leanne. Come on, maybe you'll get going this time. Dr. Charles Richter created the Richter scale, Jim.
Earthquakes.
To measure what? Earthquakes is exactly what it is, and Jim, with good anticipation and a $10 lead. This tiny nation lies on the French Riviera, is surrounded on, Jim?
Monaco.
On 3 sides by France. You are right. It is indeed Monaco. Yes. And Jim gets another 5. The Italian word for fresh describes a painting on wet plaster. Jim?
Fresco.
Fresco is exactly what it is. And Jim making a big, strong move now. $20 lead. Well, you can cut into that lead right now. $25 money card is up there. We're looking for a famous person. I am an American author born in Sauk Center, Minnesota in 1885 with the first name Harry. I lived in a socialist community founded by Upton Sinclair. And in 1914, I published my first novel, Our Mr. Wren. I was the first American novelist to win the Nobel Prize for Literature for Arrowsmith. My books attacked the weakness I saw in American society. I gained fame from such novels as Main Street, Babbitt, Dodsworth, and Elmer Gantry. I am Sinclair Jan
Lewis.
Lewis, that's right. And Jan, the champion, gets that pick of the board, trailing by $20.
Number 2.
And behind number 2, we have $15.
Jan found one she needed. We add that $15 to her score, and she pulls it within $5 of Jim. And Jim not buying may have been a good idea because he has a $5 lead as we finish up the game with the speed round. 60 seconds on the clock. Jim at 75, Jan at 70, Leanne at 15. Good luck. We start the speed round. Now, what gas with the atomic number 10 is used in electric signs? Jan.
Neon.
Right. Name the man who created Donald Duck. Jan.
Walt Disney.
Right. At the time of its destruction, what was the Bastille? Leanne.
It was a prison.
Right. How many sides would you find on a quadrilateral? Jan.
4.
Right. It is Jan. What kind of score in football is worth 3 points? Jim.
Point after touchdown.
No. From what flower do we get the drug opium? Jan.
The poppy.
Right. In which European capital is the Prado Museum? Jim.
Madrid.
Yes. Name the feminist writer who is the editor of Ms. Magazine. Leanne.
Gloria Steinem.
Right. What is the capital of Japan? Jim.
Tokyo.
Right. In what novel would you find the evil overseer Simon Legree? Jan.
Silas Marner.
Wrong. Name the Secretary of State who arranged the 1972 China visit of Nixon. Jan.
Kissinger.
Right. Before it gained independence, Algeria was a colony of Jan.
France.
Right. Name the night time. Jan has pulled it out. Came from $5 back to $15 ahead. Yeah. Back to the champion in just a moment. Again, a close match for Jan. The evil overseer Simon Legree was in Uncle Tom's Cabin. And 3 points in football is from a field goal. I've got to say goodbye to Leanne and Jim. Leanne didn't pick up anything along the way, but some nice parting gifts and our thanks with the cash in front of you.
I had a good time.
Thank you. And Jim, you got yourself the cookware, and with the cash, you're well over $200. But oh, in retrospect, I wish you had taken that trip to Palm Springs. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Got to play the game the way you want to play it, though. Jan is going shopping with me once again. Come on, Jan. You've got enough money for all of that equipment in the home entertainment center. Yes. Something to take a very good look at. $335. Say yes, and you can leave us with this.
Conjure up some home entertainment with this big 45-inch rear projection color television. Gives you big screen TV viewing enjoyment in a one-piece cabinet. Plus, some of today's most advanced features in this convertible video cassette recorder, furnished by Green & Roberts. Plus, a totally integrated audio system featuring computer memory and timer functions. Plus, remote terminal for listening anywhere in your home, furnished by Beverly Stereo. This package normally priced at $6,774. Yours for only $260 on sale of the century.
Just $260? You haven't? You like yourself on television there? They really caught you at an awkward moment. Jan, you've got enough money to take all of this equipment and leave, or you can put your money in the bank. If you like a piano and you like something unusual, do you know you are just $5 away with another win from this?
Keep the music rolling with this Royale player piano, featuring handsomely styled casework and a first-class player mechanism, accented with handcrafted decorative glass, furnished by Universal Player Piano Company. And this player piano normally priced at $8,137. Yours on sale of the century for only $340.
That's the next prize up the line. A big win. You're $110 away from a lady's fur coat that's worth well over $12,000. But you've had some tough matches, so you've got a tough decision to make. And of course, if you get to $750, we will give you every prize we've got on the stage, plus this.
A cash jackpot of $79,000.
It's growing. And that is in total $138,073 in cash and prizes that could be yours. Something that you might want to shoot for. But right now, you can take all of that wonderful equipment, the stereo, the VCR, the color TV, and leave us with everything else you've picked up, and you've picked up a lot, as I mentioned earlier, or put your money in the bank, taking the risk that you could win again. The player piano is very, very close, but you'd have to win again. We'll get your decision right after this. Back with our champion, Jan Ropes, with $335 big dollars in her bank account. You have enough money that you can buy that color TV, the VCR, and the stereo, and leave us with, I would believe, I think it's something over $12,000 worth of things that you would have. Or put your money in the bank, taking the risk that you could win again. The player piano, just $5 more away. The ladies' fur coat is the next thing beyond that. Jan, I know you've thought about it. What's it going to be?
This is great fun. I'm going to come back.
You're going to take, oh, no. After another close one, she's coming back. She's putting her money in the bank. We'll put another $1,000 in the cash jackpot. And that cash jackpot is going, reaching over the cars to $80,000 in cash in that jackpot. Wow. Something maybe to shoot for. Maybe Jan's beginning to eye that already. She'll be 2 new challenges next time on Sale of the Century. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Congratulations. Another close one, but you did it.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to do that.
All prices are manufacturer's suggested retail value and are correct at the time of recording. Jan Ropes from Vista, California. Stand by to see Jan play for a player piano valued at $8,137. Today, on America's biggest bargain sale, we're offering a pair of Pontiac Fieros valued at $23,767 for $530. Cash and prizes worth over $100,000 for $750. 2 of the incredible bargains on Sale of the Century. And now, here's the star of our show, Jim Perry.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Nice to have you with us. Delighted to have you with us for Sale of the Century, and let's welcome back our champion. She keeps winning close ones, but she keeps winning. Jan Ropes. Hi, Jan.
Hello, Jim.
Actually, a $15 win for you in the last show. That's a big win, right? After a couple
really
of tiebreakers. Jan, you have $335 in your bank now, so you need just another $5. All you have to do is win, of course, and you would have the player piano worth over $8,000. A good win, $110, very possible. You could have a fur coat worth $12,500.
Oh, it's gorgeous. I felt it.
Oh, yes? Oh, all right. A couple of things. You might have a choice of prizes which might be interesting. Good luck today.
Thank you.
And here to introduce the challenger, Summer Bartholomew. You were feeling that fur coat, too, I noticed.
It was the softest fur coat I think I've ever felt.
Might be something Jan would like. Who did you bring us?
Me too. This man does good deeds for the Boy Scouts from Sherman Oaks, California. Give a big hand to Dory Catlin.
Hello there, Dory.
And this lady almost had more than she could handle from Telephone, Pennsylvania. Give a warm welcome to Susan Rybertech.
Hi there, Susan. See you a little later with some bargains, Summer. Susan, you almost had more than you could handle.
Yes, Jim. When I was living in England, I have a friend who has a very old house. And when I visited him, I slept in the same bed that Handel slept in when he was writing The Messiah.
Oh.
Alone.
That's more than you could handle.
But I was alone.
Right, okay. Okay.
Not that bad.
Nice to have you here, Dory. You do good deeds for the Boy Scouts.
Yeah, Jim, my good deed is raising money for Scouts so they can do their good deeds.
Well, that sounds like good work. Nice to have you here as well, sir. $20 starts all 3 players off, and the player with the most money at the end of the show is the champion. Gets to do some great shopping. Susan and Dory, don't have to tell you, Jan's a tough champion. Let's get started with this. What was the famous nickname of American composer Edward Kennedy Ellington? Susan.
Duke.
Did you sleep in his? Oh, yes, Duke it is. $5 for the correct answer. Susan goes to 25. In what month are presidents now inaugurated? Dory?
January.
January it is. $5 for Dory, and he goes to 25. What kind of doctor has the initials DVM after Dory?
Veterinary medicine.
That's right. Doctor of Veterinary Medicine it is, and Dory in the lead now by 5. When Allied forces invaded Normandy on D-Day, what nation's beaches did they storm, Jan?
France.
France it is. Champion is heard from, and she gets her first 5, and you go to 25. Next question. What vegetable juice is the basis of a Bloody Mary? Jan?
Tomato.
Tomato it is, and Jan ties Dory for first place. Yes, indeed. And a good time to be in a tie, because it's time for an instant bargain. Player in the lead gets the option to buy bargain merchandise, but with a tie, Dory and Jan, only one of you can have this. When you hear the low sale of the century price for one of you, oh, look at this.
Dory or Jan, we've got you covered with this instant bargain. Beautiful bed accessories, a lovely cross tulip quilt with 2 patchwork pillows from the Gazebo, and it's normally priced at $575. And today on Sale of the Century, it's yours for only $5.
Beautiful stuff. It's a formal occasion. He's wearing his teeth. $575. Lovely things for $5. Dory's not hitting the buzzer. Jan isn't. For give you $100 in cash. $675 bargain. Give you $200 in cash. Going once, going twice, and no sale. Woo. $775 bargain for the value of one question they didn't want to buy. In the sitcom, what city does radio station WK, Jan?
Cincinnati.
WKRP in Cincinnati it is, and Jan in the lead, yes. Name the South American country that was named for the equator. Dory.
Ecuador.
Ecuador, yes indeed. The equator runs through, as a matter of fact, it's Ecuador, Brazil, and Colombia. And again, we've got a tie. Susan just $10 behind. An immortal short story by New Yorker magazine cartoonist James Thurber was titled The Secret Life of Jan?
Walter Mitty.
Yes, indeed. As Jan beats Dory to the buzzer, goes back into the lead. Time now for the Fame Game. The players are playing for a pick of the Fame Game board with a lot of information about a famous thing, I Am a Best-Selling Novel published in 1974 and made into a movie with 2 sequels. In the original version, the setting is a peaceful summer resort on the East Coast with children, Susan.
Jaws.
Jaws it is. Boom, 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 boom. Susan, you've got a pick of the board. 9 numbers, you'll get what's behind the one you pick.
Well, I love number 7.
And behind number 7, we have Carpet. Joy Games Carpet and exciting multicolors. It's a family fun center with all the equipment to play checkers, chess, tic-tac-toe, and other games. Joy Games furnished by Joy Carpet.
Well, it's very unusual. It's worth almost $500. Enjoy that. That's yours to keep.
Thank you.
No matter how you finish in the game. Didn't find the money cards. They stay up there. We'll add other money cards later. Right now, we're going to take time out for this. Champion Jan Ropes already has enough money for that player piano worth over $8,000, but she must win. And right now, again, she's in a close match. Jan's at 40, Dory at 35, Susan at 25. Back with this. In this appropriately named cake, pineapple rings are baked on the bottom. Jan?
Upside down cake.
But they are on top when it's served. Upside down cake is what it is. Jan goes to 45. The song from the show Roberta, which begins, They Asked Me How I Knew, Susan.
Smoke Gets in Your Eyes.
That's exactly what it is, and Susan goes at 30 with a very pretty song, yes. In Mexico, on which of our holidays might someone wish you Feliz Año, Dory?
Birthday.
No, Feliz Año Nuevo, I was going to say. Quick buzzer cost you Happy New Year, it is. You were close, birthday. If you're born on New Year's, you lose 5 on that, Dory. Sorry about that. And Jan, you've got a $15 lead. American Buzz Aldrin was the 2nd man in the world, Jan?
To walk on the moon?
Or to go to the moon. The moon is what we wanted. You're right. You've got a $20 lead. Yeah. Well, Jan, you've picked up a lot of good things along the way when you've gotten a good lead. Oh, my, Jan, you got a $20 lead. Look at this.
Jan, here's a sunny gift for all you Cher impersonators. Hal Roach Studio Singing Machine. Your personal orchestra with 400 pre-recorded orchestral tapes. Add your own voice and you could sound like a real pro. Furnished by Hal Roach Studios. This singing machine is normally priced at $846. Today on Sale of the Century, it's yours for only $9. Woo!
Really, that's the best Charles Lawton invitation I've ever seen. That was really... Jan, 800... Now, you've got a couple of kids.
Yes.
I must tell you, we've had this on before. This thing is a lot of fun. You can play all different songs. You can sing with it. They've got the background music. Your kids would have a ball.
Does the outfit come with it?
The outfit come with it? Are you kidding? On the last show, you didn't buy that ugly fish and you wanted this outfit? $846. I'll tell you what I'll do, Jan. You've got a $20 lead. Cost you $9. I'm feeling generous. I'm feeling generous to the tune of, a lot of things come with it, but in case there's something else you want to add, I'll give you a big $400 in cash. $1,246 bargain for $9, and you would still have a better than 2-question lead, an $11 lead. Going once, going twice, who's gonna buy? Enjoy that. Oh, not only my money, but you knew it? Oh, that signal means a sales surprise goes with it. Thank you very much, Charles. You get in addition to that $400, another $1, $2, $3, $4, $500 in cash. Wow. Great bargain. Thank you, Doug. Well, $900 in cash, $846 singing machine. The family will have a lot of fun with that. Cost you just $9. We knock it off your score, and you do indeed have an $11 lead. We know who's buried there, but in what city is Grant's, Susan?
New York.
That's where Grant's tomb is, in New York City. And Susan now in second place at 35. It helps Americans channel their evening's entertainment, has the highest circulation of any American magazine. Dory?
TV Guide.
TV Guide is exactly what it is. Dory ties Susan for second place. What is the official nickname of the state of Texas? Dory?
Lone Star State.
That's right, because only Sandy Duncan lives there. Just one. That's right, Lone Star State it is. And Dory gets another 5, pulls her within $1 of Jan. What historical world leader was known as the Little Corporal? Dory?
Napoleon.
Napoleon it is, just beating everyone at the buzzer. Dory now in the lead by 4. When he said break a leg to other actors, they cringed because he was the star of Fists of Fury and Enter the Dragon. Dory?
Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee it is. Dory with a couple in a row hits the $50 mark. Yes. Talking about Bruce Lee and the karate and everything he did. This is true. Recently, a woman named Teresa Clark in Akron, Ohio, wanted to demolish her garage. And in order to save money, she hired the students from a nearby karate school. In 2 hours, they had kicked and punched her garage into a pile of kindling. Very enterprising. Well, in our last segment, Dory vaulted into the lead. He's at 50, Jan very close at 41, and Susan certainly not out of it at 35. A 5, 10, and now a $15 money card up on the board. Second crack of the fame game, and a famous animal. I am an intelligent animal, and get my name from the fact I was developed by a group of monks in the Swiss Alps. I weigh between 165, Dory.
St. Bernard.
You took a chance. It paid off. It is indeed a St. Bernard. Nicely done. Now, pick on the board for you, Dory.
3.
And behind number 3, we have a recliner. Lazy Boy's Recliner Rocker Chair. You may enjoy quality and comfort as you rock, recline, or relax. Furnished by Lazy Boy.
Very nice. $449 chair. Yours to keep no matter how you finish in the game. Didn't find the money cards. They'll stay up there, and we'll have another crack of the fame game with all of the money cards, including one worth $25. Right now, for all 3 of you, this. Name the great frontiersman who blazed the wilderness trail over the Cumberland Gap in the... Jan.
Daniel Boone.
In Kentucky, Daniel Boone it is. Nice job on that. And Jan has another 5. $4 away from Dory in the lead. What is meant by that timely abbreviation, AD? Jan?
Anno Domini.
Yes, indeed, in the year of our Lord. And Jan goes back into the lead now by $1. Conceptually, it's the temperature where there is no heat or molecular motion. Scientists call it absolute... Dory.
0.
That's right, absolute 0 it is. And Dory goes back into the lead. And Dory, an instant bargain. You've got the opportunity to buy. You're a married man, yes?
Yes.
Oh, boy, your wife would love you to bring this home.
Dory, here are 2 sterling gifts. First, Oneida Silversmith's Heirloom Stainless in the new classic shell pattern. A 40-piece service for 8, plus an 8-piece serving set in the Royal Treasure Chest, furnished by Oneida Silversmiths. Plus, we're throwing in $500 in cash for silver polish. It's normally priced at $1,107, and today on Sale of the Century, it's yours for only $14.
$14. Your wife would love, not only would she love the maid, she would even like the silver. $1,107. Now that's cash and silver. We're dropping money all over the place. $1,100. I'll tell you what I'll do. You would be trailing by less than the value of one question if I lopped that price in half. $7. You'd be trailing by $3. You'd have an $1,107 bargain for $7. Going once, going twice. He's going to buy. Enjoy the silver, enjoy the cash, And as we knock $7 off your score, you are just trailing by 3. Boy, anyone can win this one. It's a good one, going right down to the wire after this. Enjoy that, Derek. Lovely.
Sir, we're going to need you on the runway.
TheraFlu starts to get to work in your body in just 5 minutes. TheraFlu breaks you free from your worst cold and flu symptoms. TheraFlu, serious power.
Why do you want to get everybody Spring Value vitamins from Walmart? Because you need him to feel healthy for your big reunion. Because you need to feel the moves, not the ears.
Dance Team Captain 94.
And because you need Grandpa to feel like he has more energy than they do. Shop the whole line of Spring Valley vitamins now. Only at Walmart.com and Walmart.
Sir, we're going to need you on the runway.
TheraFlu starts to get to work in your body in just 5 minutes. TheraFlu breaks you free from your worst cold and flu symptoms. TheraFlu, serious power.
Our champion vaulted back into the lead in that last segment, but as it seems to be the policy with Jan, it's a very slender lead. Jan's at 51, Dory at 48, Susan at 35. Name the character in Greek mythology whose mother dipped him into the river Styx, Jan?
Achilles.
And held on to the right heel. It is indeed Achilles. You're right. Jan goes to 56. It's 4.5 billion years old, travels at 66,000 miles an hour, takes 1 year to go around the sun. Susan?
Earth.
Earth is what it is, yes. And Susan hits the $40 mark. In what great opera can you hear the Toreador song? Jan?
Carmen.
Carmen is right, and Jan over the $60 mark. All the money cards are on the board now, including a big one worth $25. Third and final crack of the fame game and a famous person. I am a leading poet, novelist, and short story writer, born in India in 1865. India became the setting for many of my stories. Jan?
Rudyard Kipling.
That's right, Rudyard Kipling it is. Very important for the champion. She's got control of the board. Now what's she going to find up there?
Number 5.
And behind number 5, we have $25.
Oh, boy. Where are the other two big ones?
The 6 and the 4.
But Jan finds the big $25 money card added to her score. It is going to be Catch Jan time as we finish up the game with the speed round. 60 seconds on the clock, please. Jan has gone to $86. Dory at 48, Susan at 40. But if you get on a roll, there are a lot of questions as we start the speed round now. In mythology, what unusual feature was found on the forehead of a cyclops? Jan.
An eye.
Right. Name the musical instrument that Jack Benny played. Jan.
The trumpet.
Wrong. What German word describes cabbage fermented in its own juice? Susan.
Sauerkraut.
Right. You are competing in which sport if you're vying for the Davis Cup? Jan.
Tennis.
Right. What kind of race was won by Charlton Heston in the film Ben-Hur? Jan.
Chariot race.
Right. On an army base, which bugle call signals lights out? Dory.
Taps.
Right. In what European capital would you find a policeman called a bobby? Susan.
London.
Right. In literature, name the boat taken away from Captain Bligh. Dory. Time. In area, which New England state is the smallest of the 50 states? Susan.
Rhode Island.
Right. In what great war did we fight the Battle of the Coral Sea? Dory.
World War II.
Right. What holy city is entirely surrounded by the city of Rome? Susan.
Vatican.
Right. Name the country where the highest point is called Mount Fuji. Dory.
Japan.
Right. Name the your time is up, and Jan has won it. She did it again. $25 money card helped, but I think she still had enough to win it. Back with Jan in a moment. The boat taken away from Captain Bligh was the Bounty, a mutiny on the Bounty. And Jack Benny, he did a movie called The Horn Blows at Midnight, but it was the violin that Jack Benny played. Got to say goodbye to Susan and Dory, and I'm delighted neither of you going home empty-handed. Susan, you've got the carpet with the cash in front of you. You're well over $500 in cash and prizes. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Dory, you've got that reclining chair. You've got the flatware. Made a great buy. $558 in cash. Dory, you were well over $1,600 in cash and prizes. So a good day. Thank you. But Jan Ropes, she's going shopping again. Come on, Jan. Well, the $25 made it a little easier for you this time. Well, you're adding that. Yes, it looks like you're really pressed there again, but you managed to do it. You are very bright. You're up to $431 now in that bank account. That is a sizable bank account, and very easily you can afford to buy this.
Keep the music rolling with this Royale player piano. featuring handsomely styled casework and a first-class player mechanism, accented with handcrafted decorative glass, furnished by Universal Player Piano Company. And this player piano normally priced at $8,137. Yours on sale of the century for only $340.
Just $340. Very unusual. Very nice. Yeah. Now, and do you play piano?
Yes, I sure do.
Oh, that's terrific. So you can use it without all the paperwork there, right?
Right.
Well, it's a great piano and a player piano to boot, and you can easily afford to buy it. However, Jan, if you decided you didn't want to buy it and put your $431 in the bank, you would need another win, and you are just $14 away from a jacket that you have been eyeing. Jay will tell you about it.
Here's a real showstopper, this luxurious fur, a jacket of regal elegance, featuring a beautiful wing collar and a blouson styling that will dress up most any occasion, from Dicker & Dicker of Beverly Hills. This beautiful fur normally priced at $12,500. Yours on sale of the century for only $445.
Just $445 would get you that fur coat. You have $431. You are $99 away from not one, but two sports cars. Jay?
Drive one of the greats, his and her Pontiac Fieros. A sports car, personal car, practical car. Some standard features are fully independent suspension and four-wheel disc brakes, furnished by Pontiac. And these cars normally priced at $23,767. Yours on sale of the century for only $530.
Nice things to shoot for, I must say. And $640 would get you all the prizes we've got on the stage. That's over $59,000 worth. $750 is the magic number, and you're more than halfway there, which would give you all of the prizes plus this.
A cash jackpot of $80,000.
$150,000. It's up to $80,000 now. That's a total of $139,073 in cash and prizes that could be yours. Yes. Jan, but right now, $431, a big total. It is enough for you to buy that player piano and leave us with everything else you've picked up along the way, or put your money in the bank. The fur coat is the next thing up the line, and the cars after that. We'll get your decision in a moment. A fine champion has accumulated $431 in her bank account now. You have enough money, say yes, and you will buy that player piano. $340 is what it would cost, and you would leave us. Or put your money in the bank, taking the risk that you could win again, and that's the kicker always. You must win. You're just $14 away from that beautiful fur coat that Karen doesn't want to give up, I don't think. Jan, what's it going to be?
I'm going to try again.
All right, she's going to come back. We'll put the money in the bank. We'll add another $1,000, $81,000 in the cash jackpot, and two new challenges next time on Sale of the Century. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Wear your coat up. There you go. Yeah.
All prices are manufacturer's suggested retail value and are correct at the time of recording. This is Jay Stewart speaking. This is our returning champion, Jan Ropes from Vista, California. Stand by to see Jan play for a fur jacket valued at $12,500. Today, on America's biggest bargain sale, we're offering a pair of Pontiac Fieros valued at $23,767 for $530. Cash and prizes worth over $100,000 for $750. Two of the incredible bargains on Sale of the Century. And now, here's the star of our show, Jim Perry.
Thank you very much. Thank you. You're very kind. Welcome to Sale of the Century. Let us quickly welcome back a fine champion, Jan Ropes. Hi, Jan.
Hi.
Well, after a couple of tiebreakers, you've settled down. You've won fairly easily the last couple of shows. Let's see, now you've got $431 in your bank account, so you need a win with just $14. So all you have to do is win, and you can say yes and walk away with a fur coat that is worth over $12,000. You are within $99 of 2 automobiles, and you've already picked up a lot of things along the way. $2,300 in cash. You got a trip to Lake Tahoe, a lot of other prizes. On the Fame Game, an instant bargain, $7,784 in cash and prizes, and that's without a major prize, so you're doing very well. Are you all set to go again?
I sure am. Ready to go.
All righty. Good luck. And here comes a couple of good challengers, I'm sure. Summer Bartholomew will introduce them. Hello there, Summer. She may have to fight you for that fur coat, though, right?
You will.
Who did you bring us?
A couple of very interesting people. In fact, I'd like to know about this. This man knows how to make men say I do. Originally from Merrimack, New York. Say hello to Jonathan Reich.
Hi, Jonathan.
And this lady really knows her beans from Los Angeles, California. Here is Grace Simmons.
Hello there, Grace. Does saying I do make you nervous? Is that it, Summer? See you a little later with some bargains. Grace, you really know your beans.
That's right. I won the first prize in a chili cook-off, but I have to say the beans were on the side.
Oh.
They weren't in the chili.
Oh, I'd like to taste your chili then. That's
good.
Good. I would imagine so. Good chili is great. Nice to have you here, Grace.
Thanks.
Jonathan, you know how to make men say I do.
That's right, Jim. You know, this flower is from a wedding I did just before I came down to the studio. As a minister, there's no moment so precious to me as when a couple in love begin their married life together.
Yeah, that's nice. That's got to be one of the better duties of the ministry, right?
Indeed.
Good to have you here as well. Hope you'll all have a good time. We'll start you off with $20, and the player with the most money at the end of the show is the champion, gets to do some great shopping. We'll start the game with this. Name the title character of the movies who battled airplanes atop the Empire State Building. Jonathan.
King Kong.
King Kong it is, and you got $5 for the correct answer, going to 25. According to the sign on Harry Truman's White House desk, Jonathan.
The buck stops here.
You got the whole thing. Didn't need any help. You're right. And you've got another 5. Name the famous village that is known as New York City's artist. Jan?
Greenwich Village.
That's the artist colony. Greenwich Village it is. Champion with her first 5, going to 25. In Milton's great sonnet, the last line goes, they also serve who only, Jonathan.
Stand and wait.
You got the whole thing, and Jonathan adds another 5 and a $10 lead. What boxer did Joe Frazier fight in the Thriller in Manila? Jonathan.
Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, just beating Jan with the buzzer, and Jonathan goes to 40. $15 lead. It is time for an instant bargain. Player in the lead can buy bargain merchandise. Jonathan, already a sizable lead. $15 lead. Like to travel, Jonathan?
I love it.
Oh, this might help you along the way.
Jonathan, here are your new traveling companions. Amelia Earhart luggage. Fashion and durability combined in this British tweed collection, featuring richly quilted interiors and bumper guard binding, furnished by Amelia Earhart. This luggage is normally priced at $505, and today on Sale of the Century, it's yours for only $5.
Isn't that nice? I love the outfit. I love the outfit. $505 worth of luggage for just the value of one question. Now, you've got a sizable lead. You've got a $15 lead. If you bought the luggage, you would still have a $10 lead. I'll throw in $100 in cash for tipping purposes. $605 bargain for one question.
I can't think of anywhere to go.
Oh. Going once, going twice, and no sale. Doesn't want the, couldn't think of any place to go, didn't want the luggage. On the old I Love Lucy show, what was the last name of her neighbors? Fred, Jan?
Mertz.
Fred and Ethel Mertz. Yeah, I rent their cars. That's right. Fred and Ethel Mertz. And Jan's got another 5 going to 30. In what European city do soapbox orators give spirited speeches? Grace?
In London.
In Hyde Park. London is exactly what it is. Good anticipation. And Grace gets her first 5 on the plus side to 25. In Aesop's fable about the sour grapes, what kind of animal couldn't, Jan?
The fox.
Couldn't reach the grapes. It was indeed the fox, and Jan pulls it within $5 of Jonathan. Time now for the Fame Game. We're playing for a pick of the Fame Game board. A lot of good prizes up there and money cards. Right now, a $5 and $10 money card. Find one, we add it to your score. Looking for a famous person. I was born in Indiana in 1890, but success did not come to me until I was 65 years old. With my first Social Security check, I started a small restaurant in Kentucky. Jan.
Colonel Sanders.
That's exactly who it is. Yep, Colonel Sanders. And you've got a pick of the board with 9 numbers to choose from, Jan. You found some good things up there. What are you going to find now?
Let's try number 6.
And behind number 6, we have men's suits for the man in your life. Botany 500 fashions for the gentleman. Distinctive suits to fit almost every lifestyle, tailored with fine American craftsmanship. Furnished by Botany 500.
Talking about 500, that's over $500 worth of wardrobe. Your husband will look sensational in those suits,
Maybe
Jan.
I can get him to take me out once in a while now that he has new suits.
Boy, you're on the spot now, and she says it on national television. We'll be right back. Our champion, Jan Ropes, already has enough money for that wonderful fur coat, but of course she must win, and right now she's trailing. It is Jonathan at 40, Jan at 35, Grace at 25. Anybody's game. Back to it. What word does a cookbook use to describe the process of working and pressing bread dough? Jan?
Kneading.
Knead. That is exactly what it is, and we've got a tie with Jonathan and Jan. According to the old song, we're all waiting on the levee. Waiting on the levee. Jan?
Waiting for the Robert E. Lee.
That's what we're waiting for, and Jan goes into the lead by 5. Bascule, cantilever, truss, arch, pontoon, and suspension are different. Grace?
Bridges.
That's exactly what they are. They're different kinds of bridges, and Grace goes to 30, making it even closer. What floating body lies 9/10 below the ocean surface? Jonathan?
An iceberg.
Iceberg it is, and we've got a tie. Yes. And with an instant bargain, remember now only one of you can have this. We've got a tie. Hit your buzzer, and for one of you, when you hear the low sale of the century price, this is yours.
Jonathan or Jan, put an end to those wash and wear worries with Frigidaire's Skinny Mini Laundry Center, a family-sized washer and dryer in one compact cabinet with a water miser control and flowing heat drying system furnished by Frigidaire. This great laundry pair is normally priced at $750, and today on Sale of the Century, it's yours for only $10.
It looks like you did this pair in the microwave, David. That's a very nice unit. Jonathan, what did you say?
I said Jan will need it to wash those suits.
No,
that's right.
Ministers need to keep it clean, you know.
That's right. Yes, you just keep on talking. You two of you are doing a very good job. It's $750 at very nice 1 unit, a washer, dryer for $10. 9,
Right.
8. So the value of one question, $5. Going once, going twice. Jonathan will buy. Enjoy that. Got yourself a washer and dryer for just $5, and we knocked that off your score, and you're trailing by the 5. Jan at 45, Jonathan at 40, Grace at 30. Back with this. What is it that's divided into classes called igneous, metamorphic, and Grace?
Rocks.
And sedimentary, I was going to say rocks? Yeah, you seem surprised. That's what it is. Grace goes to 35. Name the physician of ancient Greece who was known as the Jan?
Hippocrates.
The father of medicine is indeed Hippocrates. Good anticipation, and Jan has a $10 lead. The name of which Parisian thoroughfare in English means Elysian Fields? Jonathan?
Champs-Élysées.
Champs-Élysées it is, and Jonathan pulls it within $5 and Jan again. Name the American industrialist who was born in Dearborn, Michigan in Jonathan?
Henry Ford.
1863, Henry Ford it is, and again a tie. Yes. Name the man who resigned as vice president of the U.S. in '73. Jan?
Agnew.
Agnew, Spiro Agnew it is, and Jan goes into the lead by 5. Yeah. Here's an interesting fact you might want to ponder. Spiro Agnew was the only vice president ever to resign whose name was Spiro. We'll be right back. Daphne was pulled into the lead in that last segment. Jan's at 55, Jonathan at 50, and Grace at 35. Very close game. 5, 10, and now a $15 money card on the board. We're looking for a famous place. I am an American university, the 3rd oldest institution of higher learning in the nation. I am coeducational, privately endowed, and non-sectarian, despite the fact I was founded in 1701 by 10 Connecticut clergymen. My library is one of the world's largest. My Peabody Museum, one of the country's oldest. When I was chartered, I was called the Jan.
Yale.
Yale is exactly right. Yes, in Connecticut, it's Yale. And Jan with a pick of the board.
Number 7.
And behind number 7, we have $5.
Money card. Not a very big money card, but they all help when you're going for the big things that Jan is going for. We add that $5 to your score. You go to 60 with a $10 lead over Jonathan. Back with this for all three of you. What former New York governor was Gerald Ford's vice president? Grace?
Rockefeller.
Rockefeller it is, and Grace goes to 40, making it even closer. In Mexico, what does a person want to know if he asks, ¿Cómo está usted, Jan?
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you? You're right. You got another 5. You go to 65. Who's the host of a late-night TV show which has comedy features like stupid pet tricks? Jonathan?
David Letterman.
You got it. David Letterman it is. And Jonathan at 55. But it is Jan in the lead. Jan, you have a $10 lead. Oh, how old are the kids, Jan?
5 and 2.
5 and 2. Well, Jan, take a look at this.
Jan, if you like to horse around, you'll love Woods of America's Chief Executive Rocking Horse. Over 5 feet tall, handcrafted of hard pine. It's complete with real leather saddles, stirrups, bridle, mane, and tail. Furnished by Woods of America. It's normally priced at $1,600. And today on Sale of the Century, it's yours for only $14.
Isn't that cute? Jan? Isn't that nice?
I don't have a stable at my home.
No, but well, listen, I'll help you with your stable. Cost you Tell you what, I'm going to do 2 things. You have a $10 lead. If you would like that, and the kids would love it, and you would like it, very unusual, $1,600. I'll knock the price from 14 down to 10. You would be in a tie with Jonathan, and I will make it a $2,000 bargain by giving you $400 in cash to go with it. Going once, going twice. No sale. Oh, Jan. Oh, hidden away. If you had bought it, that signal means an instant bargain went with it. If you had bought, you got one just a little while ago, right? You would have also gotten an additional $700 in cash. Didn't buy and hangs on to the $10 lead. We will be right back, and I'm going to go talk to Jan's children and explain this to them. Jan's got her husband all dressed up in some nice suits and didn't want to put him on a wooden hobby horse. She's at 65, Jonathan at 55, Grace at 40. Traditionally, how many veils were worn by the dancer? Jan?
7.
Salome, 7 veils. That's the dance of the 7 veils, and Jan just beats Jonathan to the... somehow I think he would have known the biblical question if he had beaten her to the buzzer. An archipelago is a chain of, Jonathan.
Islands.
Islands is what it is, and Jonathan again keeps within $10 of Jan. By what more familiar name do we know the soldier who was born Thomas Edward... Jan?
Lawrence of Arabia.
Thomas Edward Lawrence, I was going to say. Lawrence of Arabia is right. And Jan adds another 5. Well, third and final track of the fame game with a 10, 15, and now a big $25 money card up there. Jan found the $25 money card in the last show. Might be the difference here. We're looking for a famous place. I am a famous battle fought on June 18th, 1815 between 2 armies. Jonathan?
Battle of Waterloo.
You are right for a pick of the board. With the date, you've got it. Jonathan, what number do you want?
Unfortunately, I'm not a psychic healer. I'll take number 4.
And behind number 4, we have $15.
You didn't do bad. Where were those other 2 money cards?
Number 2 and the number 9.
But Jonathan found a $15 money card, and adding that to his score, he pulls into a tie with the champion. Now, we finish up the game with a speed round. 60 seconds on the clock, please. Jan and Jonathan both at 75. Grace not out of it at 40. Got a lot of questions. If Jan wins, she could go home with an over $12,000 fur coat, but she must win. Good luck. We start the speed round now. What historic document is dated July 4th, 1776? Jonathan?
Declaration of Independence.
Right. In the 20s, which college sport was dominated by the legendary 4 horsemen? Jonathan?
Football.
Right. What famous singing group was led by Diana Ross? Jan?
The Supremes.
Right. In opera, name the highest singing voice. Jan?
Soprano.
Right. Name the famous trilogy created by J.R.R. Tolkien. Jan?
Lord of the Rings.
Right. Mach 1 is used to describe, Jonathan?
Speed of sound.
Right. In what Alpine nation was the Red Cross founded? Jonathan?
Switzerland.
Right. What state is represented by Republican Barry Goldwater? Jonathan?
Arizona.
Right. Who wrote the famous line, "The lady doth protest too much, methinks"? Jonathan?
Kipling.
Wrong. To what country was he referring when General MacArthur said, "I shall return"? Jonathan?
Korea.
Wrong. Who was the first Roman Catholic to be elected president? Jan?
John Kennedy.
Right. In 1823, what American president declared a famous doctrine which bears? Jonathan?
Monroe.
Right. On which continent would you find the sprawling Gobi Desert? Time is up. We did not get to the answer, so we have a tie. Grace, you're out of it. You cannot answer. It's between Jonathan and Jan. Jan faces her third tie-breaking question. Now remember, if you answer correctly, you'll add $5 and win. Answer incorrectly, you lose $5 you would lose. For Jonathan and Jan, the tiebreaker. One of the largest cities in Latin America is Argentina's capital. Jan!
Buenos Aires.
You're right! She's done it again with her third tie-breaking win. Wow! She gets another 5 and goes to 100. And back with the champion in a moment. Does she live on the brink? And the one that might have cost Jonathan. When MacArthur said, I shall return, it was the Philippines that he was going to return to. The lady doth protest too much. Jonathan William Shakespeare said that in Hamlet, I believe. And the highest singing voice, I didn't get a chance to say the woman. You took a chance, and you were right, Jan. It was indeed the woman with soprano. Got to say goodbye to Grace and to Jonathan. And Grace didn't pick up anything along the way. We have some nice parting gifts for you and the cash in front of you. Thank you. And Jonathan did very well with the washer-dryer. And with the cash in front of you, you are just a couple of dollars short of $850 in cash and prizes. Thank you. And good luck with your ministry. And Jan Ropes is going shopping with me, and she faces an interesting decision. Come on up here, Jan. That tie-breaking question added another 5, so you have a choice, if you'd like, of 2 great prizes. First of all, very easily say yes, and you can afford, all with your husband in the suits, would you look great on this?
Here's a real showstopper, this luxurious fur. A jacket of regal elegance, featuring a beautiful wing collar and a blouson styling that will dress up most any occasion. From Dicker & Dicker of Beverly Hills. This beautiful fur, normally priced at $12,500. Yours on sale at the Century for only $445.
$445. You've got $531. You got Karen, may we have it? Because all she has to do is say yes, and this coat is yours. I'm not sure if it'll fit, but if you take it, we'll make sure. Oh, how's that? Yes. Say yes, and that's yours. But it's interesting, you got another $5 with the win, and that puts you over the top for the next prize. By $1, you would need $530. You have $531. Instead of the fur coat, you have a choice. You can say no to the fur coat and instead say yes to these.
Drive one of the greats, his and her Pontiac Fieros. A sports car, personal car, practical car. Some standard features are fully independent suspension and 4-wheel disc brakes, furnished by Pontiac. These cars normally priced at $23,767. Yours on sale at the Century for only $530.
So you can afford them. You can say yes and take the 2 cars, or you could say yes and take the fur jacket. Either way, you would be leaving us with those great prizes. 3 tiebreakers you have survived. I don't know if you want to do it again, but if you decided you did, you are $109 away. You'd have to continue to win. Another $109, you'd have all the prizes we've got on the stage. $59,073 worth. Next thing up the line from that, you're already at $531. Get to $750, all the prizes on the stage, plus this.
A cash jackpot of $81,000.
And that is a total of $140,073 in cash and prizes. So, Jan, after 3 tiebreakers, here's where we stand. Take the fur coat and leave, or take the cars and leave. Want to sit down in the cars while you're thinking about it? Yes. Go ahead. All you'd have to do is say yes, and those cars would be yours. Say yes, the fur coat would be yours. You sit there and think about it for a moment, and then we'll find out what your decision's going to be. And it's a tough one, right after this. A little warm up here for the fur coat, but it is a lovely coat, and it's yours if you say yes. Or say no to the coat, say yes to 2 cars. Or put your money in the bank. All of the prizes are next, but it would be $109, and you'd have to continue to win. Jan, the coat, the cars, or play on?
I'm going to take the cars.
She's going to take the 2 cars. What a lovely, lovely prize. Congratulations, they are yours. So I'll let you hang on to this. Jan's got herself 2 cars, and leaving us with $32,071 in cash and prizes. A great champion. Congratulations. We're going to do it all again with 3 new challenges next time on Tale of the Century. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Hey, I'm actually...
All prices are manufacturer suggested. Today, on America's biggest bargain sale, we're offering a pair of Pontiac Fieros valued at $23,767 for $530. Cash and prizes worth over $100,000 for $750. 2 of the incredible bargains on Sale of the Century. And now, here's the star of our show, Jim Perry.
Hello there. Thank you very much. Thank you. Delighted to have you with us in the studio, and we're delighted to have you with us at home. I hope you were with us on our last show. If you were not, a very fine champion, Jan Rope. She got to exactly what she wanted. She picked up a lot of lovely prizes. She got a trip, and she got to the cars. And the 2 cars, she and her husband needed new cars, and she took them. And with a lot of cash, Jan Ropes left us with $32,071 in cash and prizes. We congratulate a fine champion. So we have 3 new challengers, and here to introduce them, Summer Bartholomew. Oh, new dress. I haven't seen that. Nice.
Took me 3 weeks to pick it out.
Who did you bring for us?
Our first contestant grew up in the sky from Edgewood, New Mexico. Help us welcome Tony Nepon.
Tony.
And this lady has a lot on her plate. Originally from East Meadow, New York, here is Jenny Tennyson.
Hi, Jenny.
And this man enjoys being puzzled. From Oceanside, California, say hello to Lynn Schwabach.
Hello there, Lynn. We'll see a little Elvis and Bargain Summer. Let's get acquainted with these nice people before we get into the game. Tony, you grew up in the sky.
Jim, I started flying when I was 14 years old, and I haven't come down since. I just love to fly.
Oh, why? Do you fly professionally now?
Yes, I do now.
Well, delighted to have you with us. Ginny, you have a lot on your plate.
Yes, that's a pun, Jim, in reference to the fact that I'm a plate collector. I have Gone with the Wind and Wizard of Oz, a whole series.
Oh, that sounds like an interesting collection. Nice to have you here with us.
Thank you.
Len, what's this about enjoying being puzzled?
Oh, yeah, Jim, I really enjoy crossword puzzles, and I really would go to any extreme to find the good Sunday puzzle.
Oh, there are some good ones. Nice to have you here with us, Len. I hope you're good at this game. We wish all of you well. $20 starts you off. Player with the most money at the end of the show is the champion. Gets to do some great shopping. And let's get started with this for $5. On March 6, 1981, he anchored the CBS Evening News for the last time. Len?
Cronkite.
That's Walter Cronkite. You're right. $5 on the plus side. Len goes to 25. What do you call the nut that hangs around in oak trees? Len?
Acorn.
Boy, I could add any number of names after that, too, but acorn it is. You go to 30. In the tale from the Arabian Nights, what did Aladdin rub in order to summon Tony?
His magic lamp.
Yes, that's right. To get the genie, he did the lamp, and you go to 25. When you are feeling healthy, you might say that you're fit as, Len?
A fiddle.
That's right. Fit as a fiddle it is. Except for Jay Stewart, who's as fit as a tuba. But we, no, Jay said I could say that. You're right for another 5, Len. What game is played with 28 rectangular pieces? Jenny?
Rectangular checkers.
What's that?
Checkers.
No, with from 0 to 6 dots on each end. Dominoes. Yeah, dominoes. Sorry about that. I have a theory about dominoes, but we won't go into that now. You lose 5 for the incorrect answer. It's time for an instant bargain. Player in the lead can buy bargain merchandise. Len, you have the lead. You've got yourself a $10 lead over Tony. How about this?
Then buying this instant bargain will be no sweat because it's Fetter's Whisper Quiet Room Air Conditioner, powered by a high-efficiency rotary compressor, furnished by Fetter's Air Conditioning USA, and it's normally priced at $494. Today on Sale of the Century, it's yours for only $5.
It's hot in Oceanside, California, Len.
Oh, yes.
Cool off, nice. Your first opportunity to buy And I want to start things off good for you. You've got a $10 lead. You can have the air conditioner for the value of one question, $5. And as I say, let's start things off good. Give you $200 in cash to help you with the electric bill. $694 bargain.
High down there.
You would still have the lead. Going once. Yeah, he's going to buy that. Enjoy the air conditioner. Enjoy the cash. Cost you just $5. We knock it off your score, down to 30, but still in the lead. What famous brothers comedy team made a film entitled Duck Soup? Tony.
Marx Brothers.
Marx Brothers it is, and Tony now ties Len for the lead at 30. John Garner, Henry Wallace, Harry Truman. Tony.
Vice Presidents of the United States.
More information, please.
Roosevelt's vice president.
They were all vice president under what president? You are right, and it is Franklin Roosevelt. You got it. You're in the lead. The Pearl, The Red Pony, and Of Mice and Men. Ginny.
Steinbeck.
Yes, indeed. John Steinbeck wrote him, and Ginny goes back to 20. Time now for the Fame Game. The players are playing for a pick of the Fame Game board. Buzz in when you know a famous person. I am a professional athlete born in Baltimore in 1895. In the 1916 and 1918, Ginny?
Jesse Owens?
No. Incorrect. Out of the rest of the question. No dollar value. You're playing for a pick of the board, so you stay at 20. But we'll clear the board, continue for Tony and Len. In the 1916 and 1918 World Series, I pitched 29 consecutive scoreless innings for the Boston Red Sox. But since I was a good hitter, I became an outfielder. Len?
Babe Ruth.
Yes, indeed. Babe Ruth it is. From Baltimore. Len, 9 numbers up there on the board. You'll get what's behind the one you choose.
Let's try number 6.
And behind number 6, we have a microwave for a little kitchen magic. The space-saving microwave oven that can even be mounted under your kitchen cabinet. Cooks so many foods so well from Green and Roberts.
That's very nice. Great, great prize. Len, who was it that went out there in the audience?
I've got a few people out there
And
cheering me on.
I think they like the microwave. Well, that's nice. We will be right back after this. Scores have been bouncing around with all 3 players going for that buzzer. Tony at 35, Len at 30, Ginny at 20. Back with this. Traditionally, what kind of jelly is served with roast leg of lamb? Len?
Mint.
Yes, right before the buzzer. You got it. And you're right for another 5, tying Tony. In one of their hit songs, in what strange and colorful vessel did the Beatles say they lived, Tony?
A yellow submarine.
We all live in a yellow submarine it is. Tony back in the lead by 5. What does an Italian mean when he says, non capisco? Tony?
I do not understand.
Well, I'll repeat it for you. No, that's right. That's exactly what it is, Tony. You got another 5 going to 45. What kind of evergreen tree comes in varieties known as slash, loblolly, Jeffrey, bristlecone, ponderosa, and lodgepole? Tony?
Pine tree.
Yep, would you believe they are all pine trees? That's right. And Tony goes to 50. Well, Tony and Len got a great prize by being in the lead before. Another instant bargain, and you are in the lead by $15. Tony, look at these.
Tony, for once, you'll enjoy seeing double with Jim and Summer TVs. They're 19-inch color sets with 1-button picture balance control and illuminated channel indicators, furnished by Sharp. These great TVs are normally priced at $878, but today on Sale of the Century, they're yours for only $10.
Almost $900 worth of color TVs. 2 color TVs, Tony. Cost you just $10. And like Len before, if you bought them, you would still be in the lead. You would have a $5 lead. And like Len before, I'll also give you $200. Over a $1,000 bargain, 2 TVs, $200, and you still have the lead. Going! Go! He's going to buy. Yes, indeed. Great deal. Enjoy that. Enjoy them. Enjoy the cash. Over a $1,000 bargain, and we knock just $10 off your score. You're in the lead by 5. In a newspaper editorial, what is John Public's middle initial? Tony?
Q.
John Q. Public it is. You got 5 of the 10 right back. And again, you're a $10 lead over Len. According to superstition, this type of person has no reflection, no shadow. Ginny?
Vampire.
Yeah, he can't stand garlic either. That's right, a vampire it is. And Ginny goes to 25. On a globe, what do we call the line in the northern hemisphere? Len?
I was going to say the equator.
Oh, which corresponds to the Tropic of Capricorn in the southern. I think you would have known it if you had finished it. Tropic of Cancer is what it is. You lose $5 for the incorrect answer. Sorry about that, Len. Quick buzzer cost you. The president who followed Lincoln had the same surname as the president, Tony?
Johnson.
As the president who followed Kennedy. And what was it? Yes, indeed, Johnson it is. Andrew or Lyndon, as a matter of fact. You're right for another 5. In January of 1985, this song was recorded by more than 40 of pop music's Jenny.
We Are the World.
To raise money for famine relief in Africa. We Are the World it is. Jenny makes it closer. Tying Len for second place at 30. Interesting with all the good that's been done with We Are the World, a very unusual thing. In April, the record was played simultaneously on thousands of radio stations all over the world. But did you know also it was also played on Muzak? And that was only the second time that human voices were played on Muzak. The only other time you heard a human voice on Muzak was when they announced the release of the Iranian hostages. We'll be right back. Very interesting fact about the We Are the World and the Muzak. Someone asked what's Muzak. I always think of it as elevator music is what that is. Tony at 50 and Jenny and Len both at 30 back with us. And again, the fame game, a $5, $10, and $15 money card on the board now. We're looking for a famous thing. I was once part of many Muslim households in Middle Eastern and Asian countries. My name came from an Arabic word meaning forbidden. I'm also known, Len.
Harem?
Harem is exactly what it is. Nicely done. Limited information. Len, 8 numbers up there. You found a great prize and your fans jumped before. What are you going to find this time?
Well, let's hope they jump at number 7.
And behind number 7, we have louver drapes, vertical blinds. Choose from over 100 new fabric colors and patterns. A modern window covering designed for easy care that rotates and traverses to control light and heat. Furnished by Louver Drapes.
Boy, they sure went through the ceiling with those louver drapes, I'm telling you. It's $500 worth of blinds, though. They are yours to keep. Didn't find the money cards. They stay up there. We'll add the 25 a little later. Back with this for all 3 of you. Upon its completion in 1914, the ocean voyage from New York to San Francisco was shortened by, Jenny?
The Titanic hit an iceberg.
Only if it was on the Panama Canal when it did it. The ocean voyage from New York to San Francisco was shortened by 8,000 miles, the completion of the Panama Canal. Sorry about that, Jenny. You lose $5. You're talking to someone vis-a-vis. What's that, Len?
Very quietly to their face.
Yes, that's right. Face to face it is. I had to hear face, and I heard it before that buzzer, and you go to 35. Instant bargain, and Tony, you have a $15 lead now. You bought, oh, Tony, boy, would you like this?
Tony, you'll feel like dancing on your trip to beautiful Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. We'll fly you and a friend from Los Angeles to Puerto Vallarta for a week's vacation at the Los Tulas Hotel, private club and resort. Air-conditioned gourmet restaurants, swimming pools, and lush tropical beaches in Puerto Vallarta, furnished by the Los Tulas Hotel. This great getaway is normally priced at $1,386. And today on Sale of the Century, it's yours for only $15.
Great trip. Great trip. Have you ever been to Puerto Vallarta, Tony?
Never have, Jim.
I have, and it is a wonderful place. One of my favorite places to go vacation. $1,386 vacation. $15 it would cost you. Coincidentally, you have a $15 lead. So if you bought it, you would be in a tie. You wouldn't be trailing, but you'd have yourself a great vacation. Again, I'll give you to what, Len?
It's wonderful.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Great trip.
Great trip, yes. Jenny would like you to.
No doubt in my mind what
yes.
I would do.
The ladies will lend. Yes, absolutely. Len has no doubt. The ladies will even lend you the louver drapes to go that they're so thrilled about. Again, I'll give you $200 in cash, making it a $1,500 vacation, and you would be in a tie with Len.
These are two smart people.
They are, but a trip like this is going to cost you. Going once, going twice, and no sale. Oh, I thought he might like that vacation. I know I would have. We'll be right back. Tony, who told me that he goes to Mexico once a week on business. Somehow I know why I didn't buy the Mexican trip. He's at 50, Len at 35, and Jenny at 25. Back with this. What's the last name of Otto, Alfred, Albert, Charles, and John, the Circus Big Top brothers? Len.
Ringling.
That's their names. Ringling Brothers it is. And Len pulls it within $10 of Tony. In the 23rd Psalm, surely what 2 things shall follow me all the days of my life? Jenny.
Goodness and light.
No. Oh, you had to have them both. Goodness and mercy. Surely goodness and mercy will follow me. I'm sorry about that, Jenny. You were so close to it, you lose 5. In Homer's epic, Penelope spent 20 years waiting for her husband's return. Who was, Jenny?
The Odyssey?
No, I'm sorry. We needed the husband. Who was her husband? Ulysses. Ulysses. He went on the Odyssey. The quick buzzes cost you a little bit there, Jenny. You lose another 5. In what state would you be if you were in its capital city of Lansing? Tony.
Michigan.
Michigan is where it would be. And Tony, you got that $15 lead again. Well, all the money cards are on the board, including a big one worth $25. And Jenny, you find that, you would really be back into it. Famous people, plural. We are sisters, born in the early 1800s. Our father was the parish clergyman. Few jobs were available to us, so we spent most of our lives at home. Jenny.
Bronte?
Yes, indeed. Charlotte, Emily, and Anne Bronte. Famed writers. Jenny, big chance for you now.
8.
And behind number 8, we have $10.
What were the other two big ones?
Number 5 and the number 3.
But Jenny finds a $10 money card. We add that to her score, and she gets a lot closer at 25. And now we finish up the game with the speed round. 60 seconds on the clock, please. Tony at 55, Jenny at 25, Len at 40. Indeed, anyone can win it because we have a lot of questions as we start the speed round now. To what government agency do you submit your federal tax forms? Len?
IRS.
Right. Name the Grimm's fairy tale dwarf who could spin straw.
Rumpelstiltskin.
Right. What type of vegetable is a scallion? Jenny.
Onion.
Right. Name the actor who played Sam Spade in The Maltese Falcon. Jenny.
Humphrey Bogart.
Right. What 3 letters are used in the international distress signal? Len.
SOS.
Right. What kind of flower is an American beauty? Tony.
Rose.
Right. Which state is represented by the postal abbreviation NY? Tony.
New York.
Right. What is usually carried in an aqueduct? Ginny.
Water.
Right. In which European nation will you find the Black Forest? Tony.
Germany.
Right. What is the main export of the 13 OPEC nations? Len.
Oil.
Right. Give me the name of the mythological gorgon who had serpents for hair. Tony.
Methuselah.
Yes. No, wrong. What country was defeated by the United States in the War of 1812? Len.
Great Britain.
Right. The largest island in the Caribbean is also that sea. Time is up, and we have a tie. Len and Tony in a tie. Jenny, you cannot answer now. It is between the two gentlemen. Remember, if you answer correctly, you'll add 5 and win. Answer incorrectly, you lose 5 and you would lose for the win. Name the poem which begins, Once Upon a Midnight Dreary. Len.
The Raven.
You got it. And another 5 and a win for Len. Walbach. Yes. Yes. Back with Len in just a moment. First of all, and Tony, I thought at first that you said it, but you said Methuselah. The mythical gorgon with the serpents was Medusa. And that cost you 5. But Tony, you did very well. You've got the 2 color TVs, $265 in cash, well over $1,100 in cash and prizes, a good one-day total. Congratulations. Jenny didn't pick up anything along the way. Started to make a move there at the end. We thank you. We got some nice parting gifts. Have a good time?
Thank you very much. Very good time.
That's nice. And the cash in front of you, of course. But Len Schwalbach, who did some buying, picked up a lot of prizes, almost $1,500 worth, is still going to get a chance to pick up something else. Come on, let's go shopping, Len. Well, we have sure had our share of tiebreakers recently. They are nervous. Well, Len, you won with $70, and with $70, you are entitled to the first prize, no matter what the price is. Just say yes. You can add this to your winnings and leave us.
Pictures to take? Hop to it with this fantastic camera. From Sweden, the limited edition motorized Hasselblad anniversary camera, commemorating 20 years of space photography, furnished by Sammy's Camera. And this camera normally priced at $2,999. Yours on sale of the century for only $85.
And as I say, it would normally cost $85, Len, but you are entitled to the first level prize. If you want to take that camera, $70 is all it would cost you. You take the camera and you could leave us, but turn around here and take a look, because if you decide to put your money in the bank and play on, now of course that puts you a little bit further away, you need another win, you need at least $105 more, and you can have this great cruise.
Set sail for relaxation on a fabulous Adriatic cruise. We'll fly you and a friend from Los Angeles to Yugoslavia to start a 16-day adventure. There you'll board the Calypso, a sailing yacht that will take you to sea. Enjoy the spectacular scenery, quiet, secluded coves, and sandy beaches of the Adriatic from Love Holidays. This adventure normally priced at $4,896. Yours on sale of the century for only $175.
Oh, wouldn't that be wonderful? Great holiday, Len. But you're $105 away from that now.
Yes.
Len,
Where I'm headed.
yes, the cruise. Yes, I know. The cruise. Len, there are a lot of other prizes, but you know you had lady friends out there going through the roof with an air conditioner. Imagine if you gave one of them this.
Here's a real showstopper. This luxurious fur. A jacket of regal elegance, featuring a beautiful wing collar and a blouson styling that will dress up most any occasion. From Dicker & Dicker of Beverly Hills. And this beautiful fur, normally priced at $12,500, yours on sale in the Century for only $445.
And Len, of course, $750 gets every prize we've got on the stage, plus this.
A cash jackpot,
$82,000. Rising, $82,000. That's a total of $141,073 in cash and prizes. Now, Len definitely has an eye for the ladies. Every time I step in with Karen, step in with Summer, he doesn't look at me. It's like I'm not even. Well, Len, I'll let you stand there with Karen. That's all right. You stand there with Summer, and I'll just walk out of the way now. Would you like to put your arm around Summer there? That's what I'm doing. Sure. All right, you be comfortable there, Len. While you're comfortable, Len, think about taking the camera and leaving us. Leaving Summer, leaving Karen and or playing on and maybe winning a cruise. Then you can really talk with Summer or Karen or Dara. We'll find out in a moment what he's going to do. Back with our champion, Len Schwalbach. You have enough money, you can buy that camera and leave us. Put your money in the bank. The next thing up the line is the Mediterranean cruise. Len, what's it going to be?
Jim, even though the camera is real nice and I'm having such a good time, I think I'm coming back.
All right, we'll put his money in the bank. Well, that's another $1,000, $83,000 in the cash jackpot. 2 new challenges next time on Tale of the Century. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Prices are manufacturer's suggested retail value and are correct. Len Schwalbach from Oceanside, California. Stand by to see Len play for a cruise of the Adriatic, valued at $4,896. Today, on America's biggest bargain sale, we're offering a pair of Pontiac Fieros, valued at $23,767 for $530. Cash and prizes worth over $100,000 for $750. 2 of the incredible bargains on Sale of the Century. And now, here's the star of our show, Jim Perry.
Hello there. Thank you. Delighted to have you with us. Thank you. You're very kind. Welcome to Sale of the Century. Let's welcome back our champion. He had a lot of fun on the last show winning, Len Schwalbach. Hello there, Len.
Hi, Jim.
Good to see you. You were having a good time back there with Summer and Karen. You're just meeting all the girls.
Very lovely girls.
Oh, that's nice. You're doing very well too. You've already picked up an air conditioner, a microwave, some cash. You're almost $1,500 in cash and prizes that you've picked up without buying a major prize. Now, Len, you won with $70. You decided to play on, put your money in the bank, so you're a ways away. You would need to win, and you need $105 for that Mediterranean cruise worth almost $5,000. So I can only say good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
And here to introduce the challengers, Summer Bartholomew. Oh, the laundry outfit again, yes. My favorite outfit.
I know.
Did you wear this because of Len? Is that?
No, it was already picked out for me.
Oh,
Honestly,
Len, do you mind if she wears this for you?
Let her wear it.
Oh, okay, good. Do you have some players for us?
Yes, I do. This lady is soon to be a bride from Los Angeles, California. Give a big hand to Shirley Sperling.
Hello there, Shirley.
And this man lives by the motto, the beat goes on. From Black Rock, Connecticut, say hello to Tim Holleran.
Hi there, Tim. We'll see you a little later with some missing bargains, Summer. Tim, you live by the motto, the beat goes on.
Well, I'm a professional drummer, and I've been lucky enough over the years to have played on some 100 record albums and radio jingles and movie soundtracks.
Oh, that sounds like terrific work. You must be very good to get all that kind of work.
I try.
Nice to have you here with us, Tim. And Shirley, you are soon to be a bride.
Yes, that's right, Jim. I'm in love with a wonderful guy, and the next step is the wedding, so we're going to be married soon.
And then you're going to do South Pacific. You're in love with a wonderful guy.
Why not?
Well, that's nice. Well, we congratulate you on that. I'm glad you could spend a little time with us. Who knows, maybe you'll find something to take along on the honeymoon. All right, good luck. $20 starts all three of you. And remember, the player with the most money at the end of the show is the champion, gets to do some great shopping. We'll start with this. In the movies, what actress did Dudley Moore consider a 10? Tim.
Bo Derek.
Bo Derek it is, beating Shirley to the buzzer. $5 for the correct answer. Tim goes to 25. According to the famous advertising slogan, where does an M&M melt? Tim.
What is in your mouth, not in your hand?
Yes, that's right. Sure. Alex Trebek is down the hall, Tim. That's right. It's in your mouth. That's right. You get another 5. You go to 30. What nation's army was led to victory by the maiden soldier Joan of Arc? Len.
France.
France it is, and the champion is heard from. He goes to 25. According to Shakespeare, what by any other name would smell as sweet, Len?
A rose.
A rose indeed, and Len ties Tim for first place. What's the baseball term for 2 outs on 1 batted ball? Tim.
A double play.
Double play it is, and Tim goes into the lead by 5. Yeah. Great time to go into the lead because it's time for an instant bargain, and the player in the lead can buy bargain merchandise. Tim, you've got a $5 lead over Len. Your first opportunity to buy. You like antiques?
Love them.
This is wonderful. Take a look at this.
Tim, here's a doggone great gift. This beautiful antique phonograph, an Edison design from the turn of the century when ragtime was the rage. It actually plays 2-minute wax cylinders furnished by Antique Apparatus, and it's normally priced at $650. And today on Sale of the Century, it's yours for only $5.
Isn't that incredible?
Oh, my.
Now, and coincidentally, here's a man who does recordings for a living, a musician. And what a great item for you to have at your house, an antique phone. It's wonderful. $650 it would cost. Working shape. It comes with the discs. But in case it didn't come with enough discs, I'll give you $100 in cash, too. $750 bargain for $5. You'd be in a tie with Len. You'd have a wonderful antique. Going once. Going twice. And no sale. Oh, I thought you were
a little old.
Huh?
Looks a little old, yeah.
Gee, Summer, you didn't tell him it came in stereo. I can't imagine what. A little old. That's the trouble with those antiques. They're too old. Back with this. According to the title of the old TV series, where did the Clampett family move after Tim?
To Beverly Hills.
When they struck oil, they went to Beverly Hills. You're right for another 5 and a $10 lead over the champion. The residents of what European city are known as Glaswegians? Tim.
Glasgow, Scotland.
That's exactly the city. Glaswegians from Glasgow. And Tim goes to 45. What recent First Lady's maiden name was Betty Bloomer? Tim.
Ford.
That's right. Betty Ford was Betty Bloomer. And Tim hits the $50 mark. Well done. $20 lead already for the challenger. Shirley and Len better get going. This might help you. Fame game, $5 and $10 money cards up on the board as you play for a pick of the board looking for a famous animal. I am a large African land animal that can weigh almost 3 tons. My name comes from 2 Greek words meaning river. Len.
Hippopotamus.
River horse, I was going to say, and hippopotamus it is. And the champion gets that pick of the board. 9 numbers to choose from, Len. You'll get what's behind the one you pick.
6.
And behind number 6, we have a metal detector. A White's metal detector featuring ground exclusion balance to help you locate coins, jewelry, and precious metals while excluding mineralized soil. Furnished by White's Electronics.
That's $499 item. You live in Oceanside.
That's
right?
it for the beach.
Dead boy, you could pick up a lot of things on the beach with that.
Loose change.
That's right. We'll be right back. Yeah, you got blinds on the last show. We'll be right back after this. Well, our very bright musician had a good segment there as Tim, the challenger, went into the lead at $50. Len, the champion, in second place at $30. And Shirley, come on, got to get on track there. You're at $20. What's the name of the cake that's made by swirling chocolate batter into vanilla batter? Tim?
A bundt cake?
No. The swirling, it specifically is a marble cake. Marble cake. And you lose 5 on that, down to 45. In what Broadway musical did we learn that we've got trouble? Right here in Len.
Music Man.
Right here in River City. Yes, indeed. Music Man it is. Len beats Shirley to the buzzer and goes to 35. By what color do scientists know the holes in space created? Len?
Black.
When a star collapses, it is indeed black. A black hole it is. Len goes to 40. Yes. Interesting, talking about those black holes, that scientists believe that the gravity in those black holes is so great that even light cannot escape. That's black. And Len, he's pulled within $5 of Tim now. Name the author and philosopher who lived a solitary life on the shores of Walden Pond. Tim.
Thoreau.
Thoreau, Henry David Thoreau it is. Tim beats everyone in the buzzer, goes to 50. So again, Tim, you've got the option to buy. You've got yourself a $10 lead. Single fellow, zooming around with his drumsticks. Look at this, Tim.
I'd be so cool on that.
Tim, don't leave home without this, a fabulous folding motorcycle. Carry along this great traveling companion. It folds automatically in an average of 5 seconds. No need for tools because nothing needs to be unscrewed. From the Sports Chalet, and it's normally priced at $825, and today on Sale of the Century, it's yours for only $9.
Isn't that neat? Isn't that a fun item? You fold it up, take it with you. Do you like that, Tim?
If they ever do a remake on Easy Rider, you know, that might be the...
Only if they do the short version. Now, $825 it would cost. It is a wonderful thing. You have a $10 lead. So if you bought it, you would still have the lead. You would have a $1 lead. But you would have this great motorcycle, $825 worth. I'm going to make it an over $1,000 bargain. Your lead would be cut to $1, but I'll give you $200 in cash to go with it. Now it's $1,025 for just $9.
Room for the drums in the back.
What's that, Len?
Room for the drums in the back there.
Room for the drums in the back. That's right. Yes, I think. Going once, going twice, and no sale. Oh, Tim. Sale surprise went with it, and Tim. Oh, a very heavy one, Tim. You would have gotten it over $1,000. Was I talking about $1,000? $1,000 in cash went with it. You didn't buy. Sorry about that. Hang on to that there, David. Just take off. Yes. Well, I wish you had bought, but you've got the lead. The government agency that looks after the needs of former servicemen uses the initials, Len?
VA.
More specific, please.
Veterans Administration.
What do those letters stand for? I was going to say VA stands for Veterans Administration. Len, again, pulls it within $5 of Tim. Its average depth is 13,215 feet. It's the world's deepest ocean. Tim.
The Pacific.
The Pacific it is, yes indeed. And Tim gets another 5 going to 55. Along with Salt Lake City, there are 3 other U.S. capitals with the word city in their names. Tim.
Oklahoma City.
We only needed one. It was Carson City, Jefferson City, and Oklahoma City. I was going to say name any one. You did. You've got another 5. Good job on that. Name America's first female vice presidential candidate. Len.
Ferraro.
Ferraro, Zuccaro, yes indeed. Geraldine Ferraro, and you've got another 5. Still a $10 lead for Tim. Which country in the British Empire was the birthplace of singer Tom Jones and actor Tim?
Wales.
And Richard Burton. It is indeed Wales, and you're right. Tim goes to 65. Yeah. There is a small village in Wales that boasts the longest place name in the world, and it's 58 letters long. Well, as a matter of fact, I can show it to you. How is this? Sparing no expense, I have brought 58 letters. This is the name. There's that town. And you know what it stands for? It stands for St. Mary's Church by the Pool of the White Hazel Trees near the Rapid Whirlpool by the Red Cave of the Church of St. Tecilio. And it's pronounced exactly the way it's spelled. We'll be right back. Champion Len Schwalbach is just about at the halfway mark for the money that he needs for the Mediterranean cruise, but of course the kicker is he's got to win, and Tim has been staying ahead of him all day. Tim is at 65, Len at 50, and Shirley at 20. There is a $5, $10, and now a $15 money card on the board, second crack of the fame game, and a famous person. I am a political leader and soldier, born in North Africa in 1942. I attended the Royal Military Academy in Benghazi. Len.
Gaddafi?
Yes, indeed, my goodness. Very well done with limited information. Muammar Gaddafi, and you've got a pick of the board, Len.
7.
And behind number 7, we have $5.
Money card. Jamal, the way he's been pushed today, we'll add that $5 to Len's score. He goes to 55 within $10 of Tim. Back with all 3 of you in this. In 1904, she graduated cum laude from Radcliffe College, even though a childhood illness had left her blind and deaf. Len.
Helen Keller.
Helen Keller is right. Yes, indeed. She graduated magna cum laude. And Len goes to 60 within $5 of Tim. The triangular-shaped alluvial plain formed at the mouth of a river is known by, Tim?
Delta.
It's also the 4th letter of the Greek alphabet. Delta is exactly what it is. Tim beats Shirley to the buzzer, and he goes to 70. For almost 50 years, this man conducted the Boston Pops Orchestra. Len?
Fiedler.
Beating the musician to the buzzer. And you are right, Len goes to 65. But with an instant bargain, Tim, you have a $5 lead. You didn't want to buy before. You missed that nice motorcycle, and you missed $1,000 in a sales surprise. How about this?
Tim, deck out your den with the Lazy Boy Signature 2 Sleep Sofa. You may enjoy elegance by day and comfort by night. Furnished by Lazy Boy. And Stiffel's contemporary style two-tone brass and tawny brass finished table lamp. The parchment shade with gold foil lining adds a special glow. Furnished by Stiffel. These lovely den pieces are normally priced at $1,109. Today on Sale of the Century, they're yours for only $14.
Well, now, Tim, I mean, they're just showing you the fun that you can have on this couch. And the lamp goes with it. Could you do some redecorating possibly at your place, Tim?
Hey, if it seats 4, I think that's great.
But yes, see, that was the problem with the motorcycle. It didn't seat 4.
Yeah.
This does. $1,109. Now, you haven't bought the last 2. I don't want to finish up the day without selling something. $14 the couch and lamp would cost. I'm going to do 2 things. I'm going to lop that price from $14 all the way down to $5. The value of one question, you would be in a tie with Len, and I will still give you that $200 I promised you before. $1,309 for just $5, Tim.
I'm getting sleepy.
Going once, going twice. Now he's going to buy. All right. Enjoy the couch, enjoy the lamp, enjoy the $200. And I was hoping we'd hear another buzzer, but unfortunately we didn't for another sales surprise. But you did well. Just $5, and Len and Tim are in a tie. We'll be right back. Don't go away. Tim Holleran finally did some buying, and now he and Len are in a tie at 65. Shirley at 20, but we've got a ways to go. Let's get back with this. What name is given to the Bishop of Rome and head of the Roman Catholic... Len?
Pope.
Got to check with our judge. I'm sorry, we had to take your first answer, had to check with the judge, and you did say Cardinal, then Pope. Roman Catholic Church, it is, of course, the Pope. Yes, indeed. You knew it as soon as you said it. You lose $5 on that, Len, down to 60. Which Puccini opera tells of the love affair between Rodolfo, a poet, Len?
Mimi.
More information, please.
Oh, La Boheme.
That's right, yes, that's what I want. You gave me the other half, I wanted the opera. You had all the information there, you just had to get it out. Now you got that $5 back. Located in North America, what is the name of the world's largest group of lakes? Tim.
The Great Lakes.
Yes, they are the largest in the world. And Tim back in the lead by 5. Again, beating Shirley to the buzzer. Well, Shirley, if you beat him to the buzzer now, you might find a $25 money card up on the board. Third and final crack at the fame game, and a famous person. I am a British statesman born in 1853. I went to Africa in 1870 and established control over diamond mines at Kimberley. Len.
Rhodes.
Cecil Rhodes, you are right. And again, with limited information, Len gets that pick of the board. Found a $5 money card before. What are you going to find now, Len?
2 is jumping out at me.
And behind number 2, we have gold dumbbells. This spectacular set of dumbbells in 22-karat gold plate, functional and attractive with teakwood carrying case from Ivanko Barbell Company.
What was that action again you were doing there, Len?
Gold that you this
yes,
way with?
Gold dumbbell.
Or fingers.
Isn't that what you always wanted?
Yes.
Yes, of course. Well, we've been. But first of all, where were the big money cards? I know they
Behind the
play
number
along at home.
9, the number 1, and the number 5.
Right in the middle was that big $25 money card. Well, that sets up a very exciting finish as we finish up the game with a speed round. 60 seconds on the clock, please. Tim in the lead at $70, but the champion Len very close behind at $65. Shirley, come on now. A lot of questions. We start the speed round now. What infamous event occurred on February 14th, 1929? Tim.
The St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
Right. Name either of the movies in which Barbara Streisand played Fanny Brice. Tim.
Funny Girl.
Right. What is your hobby if you're a shutterbug? Tim.
Into photography.
Right. How many prongs does Neptune's trident have? Tim.
3.
Right. What is the most populous city in the state of Pennsylvania? Tim.
Philadelphia.
Right. Whose midnight ride is documented? Len.
Paul Revere.
Right. What do we call the pigment in photosynthetic organisms? Len.
Phosphorescent.
Wrong. Whose last words were et tu, Brute? Shirley.
Julius Caesar.
Right. What southern state What southern state is nicknamed the Goober State? Tim.
Florida.
Wrong. Which European nation's seat of government is called The Hague? Tim.
The Netherlands.
Right. In the War of 1812, who wrote the Star-Spangled Banner? Len.
Key.
Right. Name the country that was led into World War II by a man named Tojo? Tim.
Japan.
Right. In 1821, which time is up and we have a new champion. Tim wins it for the big speed round. Congratulations, Tim. Back to Tim in just a moment. First of all, the Goober State is Georgia. Georgia. And photosynthetic organism that, if I had finished it, and that makes them green, I know you would have known it, Len, that it's chlorophyll. Chlorophyll. And I didn't get a chance to finish it, though they answered correctly. The 1861 Longfellow poem was about the midnight ride of Paul Revere. I have to say goodbye to the champion, but Len has done so well with the air conditioner, the microwave, the Venetian blinds, the metal detector, the gold dumbbells, $270 in cash, well over $2,400 in cash and prizes. Len, thank you. Congratulations. And Shirley didn't pick up anything along the way, but you do have some lovely party gifts with the cash in front of you. Good luck with your forthcoming marriage. Thank you for joining me, Shirley. But Tim Holleran joins me. He's going shopping. Come on, Tim. Congratulations. And the beat goes on, huh? Yes. Well, Tim, you had a big speed round there. You wound up with $100, and $100 means very easily just say yes, and you can buy this.
Pictures to take? Hop to it with this fantastic camera. From Sweden, the limited edition motorized Hasselblad anniversary camera, commemorating 20 years of space photography, furnished by Sally's Camera. And this camera normally priced at $2,999. Yours on sale of the century for only $85.
Very fancy camera, just $1 short of $3,000 worth. You can easily afford it. It would cost $85. You've got $100. So you could take that camera and leave, or you could put your money in the bank and play on. Now, we change all our sales merchandise every 5 shows, so everything is going to change. And if you decided to play on, you would be $75 short of the next level prize. You'd need another win and another $75 for the next level. So it's take the camera or come back and play on for that. And of course, we always try to make it easy for you with decisions. If you get the $750, we'll give you every prize we've got. Plus this.
The cash jackpot of $83,000.
That cash jackpot is really up there now, $83,000 and continuing to grow. So Tim, you think about it for a moment. Take the camera and leave, or put your money in the bank with all new prizes you could play on. We'll get your decision right after this. Back with our champion from Connecticut, Black Rock, Connecticut, Tim Holleran, who's joined us on holidays. Tim, you've got enough money, you can buy that camera and leave us, or you can put your money in the bank and play on as everything changes. Tim, what's it going to be?
I love the camera, but I love the show too. I'm going to stick around.
All right, we'll put his money into the bank, and we will add another $1,000. The cash jackpot goes to $84,000. And as always, we thank you, my friends, for joining us on Sale of the Century. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Congratulations. Thanks a lot. Hey, you guys.
All prices are manufacturer's suggested retail value and are correct at the time of recording.